Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Welcome to Kendall United Methodist Church and to this 16th annual chamber and solo concert of the Greater Miami Symphonic Band. I'm Tim Mistely, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for this afternoon. Delighted to be here. Before we begin our program today, please take a moment to silence your cell phones in order to avoid any unexpected disruptions. But you are more than welcome to take photos or videos of our program today if you wish. Just be sure to share them with us on social media and tag the Greater Miami Symphonic Band whenever possible. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. And now, to get started with our first soloist of the day, Norris Seart is a retired businessman. He has been a member of the Greater Miami Symphonic Band for 43 seasons. He's been the band's treasurer, chairman of the board, and was the band's president for more years than he chooses to remember. He will be accompanied by pianist Andrew Christopolsky. Alfred Reed was a prolific and widely respected composer of music, mostly for concert band and wind ensemble. He taught for many years at the University of Miami and lived less than a block from the School of Music. He became a good friend of the Greater Miami Symphonic Band and of today's soloist. For its opening concert in the fall of 2005, the band scheduled an all Alfred Reed concert, the only time it has ever devoted a concert to the music of a single composer. When the concert was being planned, one of the two pieces Dr. Reed asked to conduct himself was the whimsical two-movement suite that we are about to hear. The composition was inspired by the then 5-month-old daughter of the lead saxophone player in the Takayama Wind Orchestra of Japan, an ensemble that Dr. Reed frequently conducted. The titles of the movements give listeners a clear idea of what the music will be before they actually hear it. The opening movement, Kyoko's Lullaby, is a dreamy bedtime melody, while the second movement, Kyoko's Playtime, is a bouncy little scherzo in which the child's toy drum contends with the saxophone for star billing. Now, Hurricane Katrina caused that concert to be postponed, and Dr. Reed had passed away before it was rescheduled as a tribute concert the following January. With Norris Seart playing now, as he did then on the solo part, this is Alfred Reed's Children's Suite for solo alto saxophone. a jazz standard written by Earl Hagen in 1939 for the Ray Noble Orchestra, of which he was a member, Harlem Nocturne was inspired by alto saxophonist extraordinaire Johnny Hodges and the Duke Ellington Band. Turned down repeatedly for performance by the GMSB Big Swing Band because, while exciting for the soloist, it isn't so great for the other 15 or so musicians, Norris decided to play it for you now with piano instead of band accompaniment. Here is his interpretation of the original arrangement of Harlem Nocturne. This next piece paints the tragic tale of Niobe, a figure from Greek mythology who, after boasting about her many children, suffers their loss and is transformed into a mountain, forever frozen in grief. Through Benjamin Britten's evocative writing, the oboe becomes a voice of sorrow and stillness, capturing the emotional weight of Niobe's metamorphosis. Since graduating Stetson University in 2019, Danielle Pignon has played in a few community ensembles in Central and South Florida. While currently the principal oboist with the GMSB, she is the camp and curriculum manager at the Miami Children's Museum and also serves on the GMSB Board of Directors as a member at large. Please welcome Danielle Pignon to the stage. You can see why Danielle is our principal oboist. Beautiful. For our next piece, Bruce McCord, the only member of the GMSB in this ensemble, is a professor of forensic chemistry at FIU and studied classical clarinet at William & Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. Since then, he has played jazz clarinet in a number of small groups over the years, most recently with the Jazz Hounds and the Friends of the Magic City Jazz Tet. He will be performing at the Armstrong Jazz House on April 18th, if you'd like to catch him there. Daisy Sue, a well-sought-after vocalist in the South Florida area, frequently performs with the Kendall Orchestra and is sung with Seraphic Fire, South Florida Symphony Orchestra, Miami Lyric Opera, Klezmer Company Jazz Orchestra, Miami Collegium Musicum, Anglican Chorale, and the Greater Miami Symphonic Band, among others. She has sung at major venues such as Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, Salzburg, Austria, New Zealand, and will be performing in Croatia this summer in honor of the, I can't believe this, thousandth anniversary of their first king. Is that right? Wow. Joseph Taleda is in his 11th year as coach and collaborative pianist at the Miami-Dade County Kendall Department of Performing Arts and Industries. He serves as collaborative pianist to the Civic Chorale of Greater Miami and Miami Collegium Musicum, and is the pianist at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Miami. For the 2023-24 season, Joseph was honored to serve the internationally renowned vocal ensemble Seraphic Fire as rehearsal accompanist. Now, all three of these fine musicians have come together today to bring you The Shepherd on the Rock, a German lied for soprano, clarinet, and piano by Franz Schubert. It was composed in 1828 during the final months of his life. It is believed that Shepherd on the Rock was the last song he composed. Schubert combined three poems by two different poets, Wilhelm Müller and Helmina von Chesy, to create a musical scene that expresses a wide range of human emotion. The song has three sections: a pastoral, where the shepherd laments his loneliness, a lament, and a closing section of hope and happiness over the coming of spring. Please welcome this dynamic trio to the stage. Wow. Daisy, Bruce, and Joseph, thank you so much. That was amazing. All right, small commercial before our next group comes up. In 1979, South Florida-based musicians founded the Greater Miami Symphonic Band, and it is currently composed of a diverse group of community members who volunteer their time and talents. GMSB musicians share a common dedication to the study, performance, and support of great music. The band's mission was and continues to be to provide audiences with high-quality symphonic band music, to delight the diversity of wind band repertoire in performance, and to give local musicians a gratifying artistic experience. Concerts often feature guest conductors, composers, and soloists who travel from around the country to perform with a talented growing ensemble. However, today's concert is a little different. We're featuring some of our finest band members in a chamber setting, allowing each of them to showcase their wonderful artistry and commitment on a more intimate level with the audience. We hope you can appreciate the effort and courage it takes for each and every one of these performers today. Before we move on to our next ensemble, we'd like to know how you heard about today's concert. So please take a moment to complete the brief survey that's inside your program and actually enter for a chance to win 2 free tickets to our 46th season grand finale concert, scheduled for May 18th at 6 p.m. at the Maurice Guzman Concert Hall at the University of Miami, with music director Robert Longfield and guest conductor Tina DeMeglio. We'll get those surveys collected in just a little bit later, and all winners will be chosen at the end of today's program. Our next soloist is no stranger to this stage, as he opened last year's chamber concert program for us. Ciro Ferreira joined the Greater Miami Symphonic Band in 2011, shortly after graduating from high school. He received an Associate of Arts degree from Miami-Dade College in 2013 and a Bachelor's of Music from the University of Miami Frost School of Music. There he studied 2 years with saxophone virtuoso and friend of the band, Dale Underwood. He is currently a music teacher with Miami-Dade County Public Schools, teaching grades 2 through 5, bless him, and with Evolutionary Arts as a conductor and woodwind instructor. When he isn't teaching or playing with the GMSB, he performs with the University of Miami Saxophone Ensemble and occasionally with the KUMC Orchestra. Please welcome Ciro to the stage to perform Astor Piazzolla's Tango Etude No. 3.
Wow, that was wonderful.
Yeah. Ciro. Let me ask by a show of hands, how many of you are attending this event for the very first time? Anybody here for the first time? That's fantastic. Welcome. Thank you all for being here with us today. We definitely look forward to seeing you at one of our full band concerts in the near future as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. For our next piece, Karina Aho is a flautist, arts administrator, and educator from Miami who is passionate about giving back to her community. Ms. Aho holds a Bachelor of Music degree from the University of Florida at the New World School of the Arts and an MM from Austin Peay State University. Ms. Aho also performs and teaches throughout South Florida, including with the Greater Miami Symphonic Band. Karina's selection, Homeland, was written shortly after Hurricane Maria stormed through Puerto Rico in 2017. Hurricane Maria represented the increasing strength of natural disasters and the intense, sometimes deadly repercussions of climate change. While this was going on, there was also a rise of political and social turmoil in the United States and global unrest throughout the world, including the civil war crisis in Syria. The composer of this piece, Allison Loggins Hall, had this to say about the piece. For weeks, the news was flooded with these stories. With so many people throughout the world dealing with the tragic domestic issues, I began to think about the meaning of home during a crisis. What does home mean when the land has been destroyed? What does it mean when there's been a political disaster or a human disaster? How does a person feel patriotic when they feel unwelcomed at the same time? Homeland is a musical interpretation and exploration of these questions. The flute opens with timbral trills representing troubled waters, then transitions into passages that are anxious and distorted. There is a moment of hope and optimism, a remembrance of past struggles that have been overcome, followed by an off-putting play on the Star-Spangled Banner, representing an unraveling of patriotism. In the end, we come full circle still with unanswered and unresolved questions. Please welcome Karina to the stage.
On behalf of all the members of the Greater Miami Symphonic Band who volunteered their time to prepare and perform for us here today, we say thank you for being such a wonderful audience. We certainly hope that you've enjoyed this afternoon as much as we have. It's people like you that help us continue doing what we're doing, and your support goes a long way. Now, you don't have to, but if you'd like to donate to the band today, please see one of our volunteers in the back with the collection basket to leave a donation in cash or by check as you exit the church, or simply scan the QR code on the back of your program to make your donation by credit card. And please know that your support and generosity is greatly appreciated. The Greater Miami Symphonic Band wishes to extend a heartfelt thank you to the Kendall United Methodist Church, which has graciously provided its sanctuary to us over the past 16 years. Please take a look at the back of your concert program for our upcoming concert dates and the many ways you can communicate with us in the future. Now, has everyone finished filling out their GMSB marketing surveys? Did we collect those? Anybody go around and collect them yet? Tom? Yes. Collecting now would be great. All right, Tom's going to collect them. And then we're going to see who our lucky winners are today. Oh, yep, okay. Okay. So I think it looks like we have enough entrants to pull not one, but two winners. Is that right, Chris? All right. Two winners will each receive 2 tickets to our grand finale concert coming up May 16th. All right. Now you have to be present to win. The first winner is Emily Chebley. Did I pronounce that right? Wonderful.
And the second winner is Dorothy Parker. Congratulations to both of you. All right. Okay. Now, as many of you may know, chamber music comes in many forms, although most associated with string quartets. And today we have heard a glorious vocal trio and some fabulous solos that fit the bill. Now, we're about to hear an ensemble not normally associated with chamber music at all. What happens when you throw together a few lawyers, college students, businessmen, some retirees, a CPA, a chef, some analysts and engineers, add in a professional axe thrower, and stir it together? Who's the axe thrower? Awesome.
Yay, Manny.
By the way, if you've never thrown an axe, it's a lot of fun. This kind of sounds like a bad joke. Well, in this case, you get this year's Big Swing Band. Now, back in 2014, the GMSB string bass player, Susie Blank-Wolf, first put together a big band in the style of the great swing bands of the 30s and 40s, such as Glenn Miller, Harry James, Duke Ellington, and Les Brown, to name a few. Now, since then, the GMSB Big Band has entertained at nearly every GMSB chamber concert, even doing virtual performances during the isolation of the COVID years. This will be the Big Band's 10th appearance at the annual chamber concert. By the way, most of the Big Band performances and lots of symphonic band pieces are available on the Greater Miami Symphonic Band's YouTube channel. Get ready to tap your feet as the GMSB Big Swing Band takes it away and concludes our program for today.
Anybody from Jersey? Just check. I lived there for 25, 30 years. All right, this one's for you. All right, Jersey bounce. I did put a few little notes in there for you. Oh. All right, so a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. But Kevin, wave your hand. Kevin, woo, Kevin. That was Kevin wailing on there. That was John Marr wailing over there. And Bob Dolberg tickling the ivories. And if you didn't hear me before, that was Bob on the Bye Bye Blackbird as well. We're gonna change moods a little bit, do a little Ellington. And I get to sing a little bit, which is kind of fun. And actually, my husband and I, for whom this song does not apply, well, actually it does, because I don't want him to do anything till he hears it from me, but it's all a lie, whatever they're saying. But Alan and I have been in almost every chamber concert. We just did little tiny groups. We did a Dixieland one year with Christine. We did a bunch of different little things. We just keep trying. And then finally it made sense, because you've got all these players. How can you not put together a big band? Hardest thing? Finding rehearsal time. There are half the people sitting over that you've heard today wanted to be in the big band. Can they make the rehearsal that we wanted to do? No. So here we are. All right. Guys ready? Okay. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said, while people tear the seams of anyone's dreams. It's over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should take the words of others you've heard, I haven't a chance. True, I've been seen, whoops, with someone new, but does that mean, no, that I'm untrue when we're apart? The words in my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memories, and other arms may hold a thrill. But baby, please do nothing till you hear it from me, and you never will. I've been seen with somebody new, but that doesn't mean that I'm untrue when we're apart. The words in my heart, they reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memories, and other arms may hold a thrill. Oh, but please do nothing till you hear it from me, and you never will. Oh, please do nothing till you hear it from me, and you never will. All right. Thank you. And that was Nick and Josh wailing away. And they've been faithful, I promise. And I was pointing to my beloved husband, all the way in the corner, looking handsome. All right, we're gonna wake you up. If you haven't been tapping your toes, you will be on this one. And you look like a young audience, so you may not be old enough to remember the Bandstand, American Bandstand. How many of you ever watched it? Okay, good, so you're precocious, that's good. Well, did you know Barry Manilow was part of the team that wrote the lyrics for the TV show? Pretty cool, right? Okay, here we go. You good? All right. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Snyder wailing, sorry, didn't mean to shout. John Snyder wailing a wail on the traps here, and that was Kevin Loy again. And I didn't hear you say it, but I know somebody wants an encore. Am I right? Thank you. I know you wanted one. Totally different mood. Totally different mood. I am going to say if you weren't dancing on the last one, you will definitely want to on this one. All right. See if you can get. You ready? Okay. I'll give you a hint. Watch this guy. Every now and then, he gets to do something extra cool, really, really cool, and somehow it was missing from the arrangement. So Kevin and Dennis and I worked it out and wrote him his part. So check him out every now and then, see what he might possibly be doing. Okay, guys, ready? Good. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. And it is a cha-cha-cha. Were you cha-cha-chaing? I didn't see the cha-cha-cha because you're probably doing it in your seats and you're thinking you're in a church, but God loves seeing you cha-cha-cha. Give me a cha-cha-cha. Just a quick.
We were cha-chaing up here.
Yes.
And in here. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for coming. Don't forget our grand finale concert, May 18th, Sunday, 6 p.m. at Guzman Hall. Hope to see you then. And I think at the Biltmore. Yeah, we're playing the Biltmore again after before the fireworks, 7 p.m. on 4th of July. Thank you.
All right.